Guys, can you see my screen? Okay, amazing, great. You can see my screen, amazing. Okay, great, so let's get started. I think we're all set. So welcome to the monday.com integrations, a recipe for success webinar. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Shelly and I'm a customer success manager here at monday.com. And I'm super excited to be here today with you guys. We expect that you're already using the platform, so we won't be going over the basics today. So if you're still not there, please watch one of our walkthroughs webinars before, and the recording of this webinar will be available on our site. And please keep in mind that at the end of our session, we will answer questions. So at the bottom of your screen, you can see a Q&A button. So please ask your questions there rather than in the chat box. Okay, great. Just a second. Amazing. So our mission here at monday.com is to power teams to exceed their best in every aspect of their work. We aspire to do so by providing you with flexibility to move fast and work your way, to work more productively by getting rid of the mundane manual grunt work that nobody likes to deal with, and work collaboratively aligned to common goals while bridging organizational data silos. Integrations allows you to seamlessly connect monday.com to other work tools which you use, turning the platform into your central work hub, where all the information from every department in your organization can be easily accessed by teams and stakeholders. You can get a single resource of truth, can overcome data silos and make data-driven decisions with confidence. So with monday.com integrations, every team can work smarter. So here you can see all the recent additions to our integrations, but we have actually over 35 apps that we are integrating with. So I highly recommend check them out. We're constantly adding more and more integrations. So even if right now we don't integrate with the tool that you use, it's very possible that it's on the way. And I actually want you to keep in mind that we have an open API so that you can integrate your in-house developed custom applications if you're interested. And if you want to learn more, you can join our next week webinar on Wednesday, which will be held by an API specialist. Okay, great. So what we'll do here today, so actually for today's webinar, we're going to look at how using a mixture of integrations can help different teams stay aligned while boosting productivity. We'll be demonstrating integrations with tools in the context of sales, HR, marketing, and R&D teams. Let's assume that each department manages its work in monday.com, but also uses special tools for their area of work. We've chosen to show you a cross-department workflow so you can see how using integrations alongside other tools in your accounts can help information flow freely from team to team for quicker, more confident decision-making while minimizing room for human errors. An important thing for me to state at this stage is that throughout the session, the principles I'll demonstrate with the integrations I've chosen to use can be applied to other use cases as well. So even if the use cases I'm using are not relevant to you, don't worry. They're just an example to show you the power of monday.com integrations and what you can achieve with them. Great, so without further ado, let's get started. So to introduce my first use case, I'll be showing you how a sales team can move faster with their leads using a combination of integrations with Slack, Twilio, as well as the data enrichment tool, Clearbit. If you're not in sales, again, don't panic. The principles I'll demonstrate will, with the integrations to these tools can be applied to other use cases as well. So let's say that my sales team manages their different leads in monday.com by having an embedded monday.com form link in our website so that anyone who fills the forms with the information, their information will become a lead and our sales request form board will be automatically populated with each form submission. So you can see here, I built actually my board with the columns I want to be filled by the form filler, I have here a quick review of my form. So you can see I have the company name, the email, which is a required section, and a company size, which is a status column. So just a quick review of our form. So usually when a lead comes in, a sales development representative would want to investigate a company and understand who they are. Using an integration with Clearbit, a data enrichment service, we can remove a lot of research for our SDRs and automatically receive information about each new lead and enrich it with lots of available business data about the company. Of course, to make use of this integration, you will need to have an account open with Clearbit, and that goes for any other of our integrations. Okay, great. So keep in mind that I'll demonstrate for this one how to add an integration to your board, and I won't repeat this for every use case I'll show today. So listen carefully. This is very important. To add an integration, go to the top of your board and click on the integrations button. This will open the integration center where you can see all the apps we integrate with. Because I've chosen to show you Clearbit, I'll go right away to Clearbit and click on it. When I click on it, it will open the available recipes for us, what we can do with it. So actually, what's a recipe? A recipe is a combination of a trigger and an action. One taking place in one app and the other in the second app. It might be that an action takes place in monday.com, which causes something to happen in the app you're integrated with, or the other way around. So in my example, since I want Clearbit to find information about my leads company using an email column in my board, I'll select the second recipe. So when an email is added to this email column, add its company information to the item. Once you click on one of the recipes, you will be asked to connect your monday.com account to your Clearbit account or other app you're integrated with. And I pre-connected, so it opened the recipe configuration tab right away. This is where you'll be able to actually set up the details of your integration. So when an email is added to this email column, I want to use the email column I have on my board, which receives the email from the form, add its company's data. Great. So what you're seeing here is actually the item mapping. So from here, I'm mapping what I want to see from Clearbit. So you can see I have these are all of my columns, and I have here these 4 text columns. They were actually hidden from my board, from my form before, and this is actually the information I want to extract from Clearbit. So by clicking right here on the plus, I can choose the information from Clearbit that I want to be shown in monday.com once I insert the email. So I want to see the company name, and I want to see the employee range, and I want to see the estimated ARR, which is the annual revenue, and the industry the company is working at. So you can see here, I can get all this information from Clearbit to Monday. Great, so another important thing to note is that you can see here in the item mapping, I have all the columns of my board. So it's important once you're building the board to make sure you have the columns you'd like to map later using the integration. Okay, great. I'm going to click here on done and add to board. Once it's added to my board, you can see here a small Clearbit icon. This is an indication for the fact that there's an active integration on my board. This applies to all the other integrations I'll have. Great, so I'm just gonna show you how it works. So I'm just gonna add here a test item. Oh, sorry. Just gonna add here a text item. It's created with nothing. I don't have any information here. And once I insert an email address, amazing, immediately it will extract the company's information from Clearbit. So just let's give it a sec. I'll refresh my page. I'm sorry, it might be the internet connection, so just let's give it a sec. Okay, for some reason, this doesn't load, but this is actually the information that I received. I received it from the Clearbit information integration, but okay. Okay, great. So we can now go ahead and take it one step ahead. So I'm going to show you how integrating with Twilio and Slack ensures that my leads collection process moves quicker by notifying the right people upon every new lead received to timely action, so timely action can be made. So you can see that I have here also, so you can see I have here three active integrations on the board. The Clearbit, Twilio, and Slack. I'm going to show you a full process and how it will work. So you can see here I have 3 integrations, and I also have 3 automations just to automate my work and make it much more easier and faster. So whenever, so I have here my automation. So whenever a lead comes in, as soon as the company size changes to one of these sizes, my SDR will be assigned, which will make it so much easier later on. Just to show you, my automations can support my integrations and just make everything work so much more easy. Sorry, Casey, I'll try and slow down. So the process, how it works, when a lead comes in through the form, the company's information will be auto-populated through our Clearbit integration. And at the same time, my SDR will be automatically assigned. And my SDR will be automatically assigned by our automation based on the status company size column. And you'll also receive a text message from my Twilio integration. So I'll show you my integration. If I go right here to the integration center, you can find here all the recipes we offer with Twilio. And if I'll go back right here and to my boards integration, you can see all my active integrations on the board. So you can see I have this one. When SDR changes, send an SMS to SDR. So once an SDR is assigned, it will send him an SMS. If I click right here, it will take me to the configuration page. And again, I can choose what column I want to trigger the SMS sending, the SMS, the message that will be sent, and to who. And I can update it. Right now it's updated. Okay, great. Once the SDR receives this text message via Twilio integration, he goes into the board, checks the lead, and once he has qualified the lead, my manager will receive a message to their private Slack channel informing them on the lead and the SDR who qualified it. Again, I can go right here to the integration center, board integration. When qualified changes to qualified, notify in managing new leads, the channel. Great. So to recap, as each new lead enters the board through the form, it is automatically enriched with information using an integration with Clearbit. The SDR team assigned through automation receives a notification, and if he decides that the lead is qualified, the management team will receive a message through Slack. And all of that happens just from a couple of clicks within monday.com. I'll go back to my presentation and I'll show you. So actually, this is what my SDR will see. This is the text message he'll see from Twilio. So as soon as he's assigned to the item, he'll receive a message, hey, SDR, a new lead, the name of the lead just came in, check it out. And this is what my management team will see in their Slack channel once the lead is qualified. So the status of this lead was changed from this board was changed to qualified by my SDR. So this is really great. Great. So in this example, we only showed the capabilities of sending an SMS through using our Twilio integration, but actually you can also check out the new recipes we have for Twilio Voice, which will automate a call to a person without having to pick up the phone yourself. And also our Slack and Twilio integrations are some of our most popular and as a reminder, are one of our most popular integrations, and as a reminder, can definitely be applied to hundreds of other workflows. The main principle is to ensure that when something happens in monday.com, a notification is sent to to predefined people through Twilio or Slack. So to summarize, this example, we covered the Clearbit integration, Twilio, and Slack, and other tools we integrate with, which can automate communication with context, whether leads, clients, or customers, are Gmail and Outlook. And also, if you're working in sales or as an SDR, we also integrate with CRMs such as Salesforce, Pipedrive, Copper. So do go and check those out. Great. So we're now going to look at the integration that we provide with LinkedIn, and one of our most popular form tools, SurveyMonkey. For these integrations, I've chosen to show you an HR team, how an HR team might use these integrations for their recruitment efforts and gathering data about employee satisfaction. But of course, these integrations can be used for a lot of other uses. So let's start with the LinkedIn integration, which allows you to automatically schedule posts on LinkedIn from directly within monday.com. This helps you plan ahead from within your Monday account and make sure that posts go live without having to manually post them yourself. So you can see here I have an active LinkedIn integration on the board. And you can see here my, again, integration. So when status changes to post, it will create a new post and share it. And this is actually my post mapping. Okay. We'll try it, open it again. So what happens is actually that when a post is ready to be posted, the recruiter will change the status to ready to post. And to ready to post, to ensure that the post goes live automatically at the date and time that we want it to go live, we've added actually an automation to the board. So the automation is that when the date arrives and status is ready to post, it will change the status to post. And once the status changes to post, the post will be posted in LinkedIn. All of this just to assure that only posts that are ready to be posted will be posted, and my recruitment process will be as precise as I want it to be. So I'll just show you a quick example. Once I click on post, it will automatically create a post. This is my LinkedIn integration column. And when I click on it, it will take me to my LinkedIn post. So you can see my post. So this is my post. We're looking for a superstar who will join our R&D team and come work with us. And yeah, that's very nice. Great. Let's move on to our next integration, our integration with SurveyMonkey. Again, I want to stress that this integration can be used for pulling any survey information from SurveyMonkey into your monday.com account. So let's say that every quarter, our HR team sends an internal employee satisfaction survey via SurveyMonkey, and using an integration with Monday, every time a new response is submitted, an item is created in their board. So all of these items came from directly from SurveyMonkey. And also you can see here I have the integration again. If I'll click here and I'll show you my integration, the item is mapped by the survey's response. So all of these blue questions are actually the questions from SurveyMonkey and which column I want them to auto-populate in monday.com. The amazing thing about connecting SurveyMonkey with monday.com account is that you can use other features in your monday.com board to see critical data and gain a better understanding of the responses to your survey. In this case, employee satisfaction. In this example, we've used a combination of saved views in the board to which responses are coming. Each team leader, you can see I have here my team leader, Wonder Woman, Superman, Arya Stark, has their own personal view, which helps the HR team to understand how they have performed. So if I just show you, this is Arya Stark's review. So I can see she remains at a high level, and I can see how she performs. And I can go to Batman's, and she's also doing great, and so on. And actually, they can also analyze the data visually by using our charts. So I've used a chart to see the responses to the question about the communication that I've asked. And also I've used an overall chart to see how my team is feeling about the teamwork in general in our organization. So this is great. And this is actually very good. And that's a very good way to show higher managers the bottom line of the surveys that you run without having them to check SurveyMonkey. And you actually can do so much more. Okay, great. So we just covered the LinkedIn and SurveyMonkey integrations. We showed how you can automatically schedule posts in your LinkedIn from within monday.com using a simple status change, which can also be automated using our automations. We then showed how survey response using SurveyMonkey can be brought into your monday.com board and then manipulating using our views, especially the chart view. It's important for me to note that we have many more apps that can fit this use case. We also offer an integration with two other survey form tools, Typeform and Jotform. So I encourage you to go and check these integrations for more inspiration. Great, let's move on. So the next integration that I want to show you guys is our Toggle integration. Toggle is a time tracking tool used to track your time spent on projects and clients. This integration allows you to manage all your time tracking from monday.com without the need to go back and forth to Toggle. You can easily push your time tracking data from specific clients or projects to then manage their billable hours once complete. A great way to be sure that you are using your time wisely and adding transparency to your workload. For this, I'll be using an example of an R&D team. So this is an example of a typical iteration planning board. Each iteration is a time frame of 2 weeks in which each dev has to complete his tasks. As you can see, I also have here a time tracking column. When working iterations, time tracking is super important as it helps with better planning, understanding the effort required for each task, and to see efficiency within a team to best allocate resources. So you can see in the board, I have the following toggle recipe. If I go here to my board integration, you can see that I have the following recipe. So whenever time tracking is stopped in monday.com, it will create a new time entry in my workspace in Toggle, in the project I choose in Toggle. So to make this workflow smooth and easy as I can, I also added several automations that will automatically start and stop the time tracking columns so the data I receive in Toggle will be valid and accurate. So you can see here I have some board automations that will start and stop the time tracking for various different reasons. Great. So to summarize, this integration is a great way to align work tracked inside monday.com with your existing projects in Toggle so that your team don't have to constantly spend time switching between apps, and you can be sure that the time entries are not missed. Since we're looking at right now at an R&D board, I'm going to point out another integration we are using in this board to improve efficiency and transparency. You'll see here we're integrating with Gitlab. This is this small icon right here. This is a tool used mostly by developers for tracking their work and code. We offer similar integrations with GitHub, Bitbucket, and Jira as well. Using the integration gives a more high-level status for the team and to team managers or non-developers. For example, support teams or account managers that might need to know when bugs are being fixed, or when a bug fix is deployed to be, or they may want to track recent releases to share the product journey with our users. So you can see right here, I have also the GitLab integration. So for this use case, we showed toggle integration and mentioned the other integrations helpful for dev teams. Okay. Finally, before we wrap up today, I'm going to show you another integration, which is more specifically used by those working with Facebook, running ad campaigns. Running ad campaigns. If you don't work in this area of work, do bear with us as we'll be opening up for questions very soon. Using the integration, you can share statistics and results of each Facebook ads campaign with the relevant stakeholders without having to bring them into your Facebook ads tool. To use it, you'd first need to import your active campaigns into a board and then create the integration. So I'm going to be showing you how to really create this integration. Just click on this plus sign, import Facebook ads. I'm connecting it to my Facebook ads account. Great, I'm going to choose my account, the account I want to track the campaign for. Okay, great. So right immediately, my active campaigns from Facebook ads came into my monday.com board, and you can see that the board was created with the Facebook ads integration. And if I click right here on the integration page, you can see the recipe that we have. So the recipe is actually every time period, sync each campaign from monday.com to an item. So I can then define the time frame in which I want the sync to happen. Great. So that's just a very cool way. I just wanted to show you how to really integrate it. And as I mentioned, one of the biggest values of this integration is that it allows you to share the progress of your Facebook ads campaigns with your clients using either shareable boards or shared board views, allowing them to get visibility without having to constantly send them updates, which saves you huge time. And I've pre-created this. So I'm going to show you what I've made here. So actually, I've chosen to show my stakeholders a CTR chart. This is one of the most common ways to show the success of the campaigns. So this is what I've created. And since this information is in my monday.com board, I can actually share this chart view by simply clicking on the three-dot menu and clicking on share, which will generate a shareable link, which I can then copy and send to whoever I want, and they can actually access this information without being a part of my monday.com account. So you can also use the information which is coming into your boards to create high-level reports for either managers or to show your clients using dashboards, meaning they can just see what's important and not get lost in the details on Facebook ads management themselves. So I'm going to show you an example of a dashboard I've created. So you can see all of my dashboards, all of the this is great. This is a great high-level view report for the relevant stakeholders. Okay, so that's great. Okay, great. So that was the Facebook ads integration. If you're working in marketing, you might also use HubSpot, which is also integrated with R, or you might use LinkedIn or Clearbit, which we also covered, MailChimp, Front, and so on. So I highly recommend you check them out. So what did we do today? Today, we just gone over the Clearbit, Twilio, and Slack integration for sales. We covered the LinkedIn and SurveyMonkey integrations for HR. We gone over the Toggle and Gitlab integration for R&D, and we showed the Facebook ad integration. And just to recap what everything that I've shown you today is for, is just to show you how easy it is to work when everything is centralized in one place, having multiple teams and centralizing everything in Monday and using monday.com as your personal work hub can really boost your productivity and efficiency. Streamline information all in one place, see bottom line in monday.com, and not go into other tools that you work with that you don't understand or don't have access to remove bottlenecks. This also helps you communicate within context about everything happening in your organization in one place, give managers a high-level overview of everything that's going on between the different departments. This is the future of how teams will work better, so get on board now. I'm so sorry, guys, I have to go. If your answers were not, your questions were not answered, please send us an email to support@monday.com.